Good morning everyone, welcome back to Slick Car Care, and behind me you see the Golf R from the last Detailer's Diary video that we did. That's not what we're doing this week. This week you may see behind me we have got this extremely rare classic Ford Sierra RS Cosworth in for a single stage paint enhancement and ceramic pro, bronze package really, so an entry level coating package as a tidy up. The customer specifically requested that we leave the plates on for this video, so his wish is our command. I thought we may as well get the wheels off and clean the underbody of the car down just to make sure that's looking as good as possible for when it's inside, and that saves us some work later. So let's get on with that. Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. This week we have this gorgeous Ford Sierra RS Cosworth in for a general paintwork detail, along with plenty of juicy other bits too, so make sure you stay tuned so you don't miss out on any of those before and afters and juicy 50/50s like I know you love. So as you can see, these wheel arches were caked in mud from obviously years of not having a wheels off detail, so we thought it was essential on this one to pull these wheels off and get this area of the car looking perfect before we got it washed and pulled inside, ready for polishing to start. So once we had the car washed, it was onto the decontamination stage of our wash process, which is a tar remover, a fallout remover and a clay bar. This time we used a clay mitt, but this just ensures that the paintwork surface is as clean as it can possibly be before polishing starts. Okay, so the Cosworth is now pulled inside and started inspecting the paintwork and going over it, looking for painted areas on the car and that sort of thing. But Dex down this side, he's putting some of the plastics where the car has been polished previously to make sure that they're going to look as good as possible once it's been done. And I'm going to start tackling the paint. But before I do that, let's get a light on it, take a look around it, and we can see the sort of defects and damage that we're working with. So as you can see, this car is in generally pretty good condition. Considering the age, this car is older than me and still on original paintwork, so it's hard to to comprehend really that this one is in better shape than most cars that we get in a year old. So credit to the previous owners on the condition of this car, but still there's definitely some improvements to be made, and that's where we come in. So we encountered a few things with polishing this paintwork which we're not unused to seeing, but is less common to see really. You may have seen me mention previously on another video about sticky paint. That's exactly what this had. It made it quite tricky to work with, and finding a pad and polish combination to suit this paintwork quite tricky. So this is what sticky paintwork causes. It causes balls of polish to collect and generally makes the polishing process a little bit more tricky. But whilst I was doing some of the polishing, Deck was cleaning up some of the other areas, like around all of the trims and the fuel filler caps and the exhaust and all these sorts of areas, all of those little details that I'm on about that really make the car pop. So if you are new to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our future videos. We upload every single week on Sunday at 6 PM. So just press the button, it's completely free. So Deck is just finishing off on the cleanup part, so we've removed the mud flaps to ensure we can clean and dress these thoroughly, and then it's on to the polishing. So we actually swapped pad and polish combination from what we were using previously. We found what best to work was the blue Roops wool pad, along with the finest Roops polish that they do, which is Roops Uno Pure, I believe it's called, something like that anyway. But it's basically the finest polish they do with the most aggressive pad. This delivered us enough cut whilst ensuring that the paint wasn't reacting badly, from the sticky paint which I mentioned previously. Now this was possibly the most tricky panel on the car, the spoiler. The paint here was much harder and the defects were slightly different, so I had to draw out for the big guns. So we went for the rotary with the wool pad designed for the rotary by Roops, and this seemed to pull through the defects and just needed a slight bit of refining to ensure that perfect finish. So this was the final part of the polishing to be completed, and after that we could give the car a good thorough blow job to ensure there was no dust stuck to the car, which is going to inhibit the application of the coating. So the next step is dressing the engine bay using our favourite NLD dress, just to give some life back to the rubbers and the plastics and get them looking great again. Once that was complete, it was time to completely degrease the paintwork. So using a panel wipe, we go over the entire car to ensure that it's completely free from oils from polishing, and then the surface is perfect and ready for application for coatings. Don't know what I was singing here, but it must have been good. So then we spray on our single layer of Ceramic Pro top coat and buff off, as we do time and time over. I'm sure you've seen this before if you're a regular on our channel by now. So as with these slightly older cars, you do tend to have a lot more plastic panels which do need a bit of attention. So using a plastic dressing, I believe we use CarPro Pearl on this one. We go around all of the the matte plastic sections just to breathe some life back into them. Then it's onto the tyres and the other finishing touches. Like those mud flaps again, we dress those using the same process and then refitted them. So just to finish this one off, once we'd torqued the wheels up and refitted the centre caps, the interior just needed a good little hoover and a general wipe down really, and it was just the interior and exterior glass and we were good to go. So anyway, I'm going to sign out here, leave you to enjoy these final few last clips before I join you again on the outro. But yeah, thank you very much for watching and we'll catch you next week. end of the Ford Sierra RS Cosworth detail. It's been quite a fun one to do this really. It has been challenging in areas, very rewarding in others, but it is always nice to get a car like this where it does need a little bit of work and there's other things that can be tidied up rather than just the paintwork to really make a big difference to the car's overall appearance. But yeah, I think it's been an enjoyable one really. I'm hoping the customer's going to be pleased with the result. As I said, there's been some nice extra little touches that we've been able to do to really smarten the car up. And it's those things really that I think sets these sort of details apart and really make the difference on this sort of car as well. But anyway, I'm going to wrap it up here. Please do not forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video if you've enjoyed it, but like it even if you've not enjoyed it, so just like the video no matter what. And remember that we post videos every Sunday at 6 PM, so to make sure you don't miss that, smash the notification bell as well. But I'm going to do the outro shots for you now on this car, and we shall catch you next week. Bye bye for now.